Welcome back to Astroneer episode 24. This is my playthrough, and we are on the surface of Atrox. We've opened a gateway, we've been down to the core, and we had a slight mishap that our large rover got sucked in. I hit an open area and rolled down, or more, floated down into the core. So I have just been back to Silver briefly, just to pick up these two hydrogen pods, and that's what we need to unlock the core. So the plan today is quickly run down and do that, perhaps slide down is a better expression, and then see if we can rescue our large rover. Now there's two ways we can do it, intact or in pieces. I would like to do it intact, it would be more useful, and if we do get it intact back to the surface, we can do a little bit of exploration here on Atrox, because there's sometimes some very valuable materials that can be found, such as whole chunks of nanocarbon alloy, or whole chunks of titanium alloy, or even QTRTGs or portable smelters. Those are the real top items. I think this is, I got kind of here, then I made perhaps a mistake of slightly turning. Here's a section where something threw something explosive at me. I'm just going to plug that up, because if I ever, little bump is okay, but if I ever need that again, I don't want to be getting caught on a big hole. And then this is where I tried to climb out and got into trouble on my rover. I was able to form a surface. Let's see if I can just appreciate this. But what I wasn't able to do was get away from the gravity, because as soon as I'm off the stick, then the core gravity kicks in. So one option is to try and roll off the stick and end up back here again. The other option would be to just drill and pave. And my thinking potentially is, the mistake I was making in the previous episode was trying to pave, at flat to the core. Apparently that's not a mistake I've made. So yeah, so climbing up, I then hit this gravity issue. But if I turned, then theoretically I would be, let's say 45 degrees to the vertical, coming out, directly out from the core. You can't go directly upwards, but you can go at an angle. So my thinking is, if I reassemble my rover, I can get out at an angle, and I shouldn't have been trying to build my way up in one piece. Now I've got all these sections of the rover, so before I activate the core, I'm going to quickly reassemble the rover, which is hanging out over here. Section here, which has got pretty much everything attached to it except for the seat, and we can go on the back like that. We'll grab the seat, perhaps most essential part is the paper. go. So the rover's back together again, at least for now. Let's fix the core. That's what we're coming down for. One of those. And a second one. And the first one is going to go right on this side. Open up our connection to the surface, so we can now jump back to the surface, equator 3, which is the only one we've opened so far, but we can also jump here and we're looking for this one. So we've got Atrox, Glacio, and Silver. It's kind of, I guess, unusual in this run. I've actually opened supposedly two of the hardest cores to open. I mean, Atrox is a tough planet with all the nasty plants and so on, but it's not. The core is actually no harder to open than some of the others. And it's right back there again. Glacio needing diamond, I'd say that's quite a tough core to open. And I want to go back to my rover. So if I can, I'm going to probably have to climb up to get to it. And I'm hoping I don't run out of soil. The main problem I could have is if I don't have enough soil left in my soil canister to climb out. Okay, so let's jump into the rover and see if we can drive ourselves a little bit onto something. Can we get onto our... No, we can't get onto our own little patch of soil that way because we're going in the wrong direction. Okay. But we've got very little soil left, haven't we? And that could be an issue. Have I got any soil left in my canisters? Might as well add that to the pot. Supposed to go in, not out. No. Okay, disable output. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So, we only have a quarter can of soil. But, let's see if we can test. So I think that once I'm on one of those pegs, I'm not going to get anywhere. So let's try doing it. Sort of in seconds, aren't we? Okay. Whoop. Whoa. Okay. Low gravity. So what I'm going to need to do is... Hello, it's going to roll back. Don't normally roll. Okay. Well, it'll only roll as far as there. So this could be a very boring episode for everybody to watch. At least from here on out, because all I'm going to do is fill up canisters with soil and then build my bridge well, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... I don't need steel gun on my back anymore, so let's return to the rocket. I forget if there's just some gases in there, nothing we can really use. What I'd really like is another full canister of soil. That would take some doing because I don't have another vehicle to fill it up with. I can do it a bit at a time. So a full canister is 26 soil, I think. I'm going to need... I'm going to dump off the things I don't need. I don't need steel gar. I don't need that. I am going to need my power. I'm going to keep the jetpack for now. I'm probably should keep those other pieces. So let's grab some resin. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to create trumpet horns. I thought that was a small canister. Did I? That's what I wanted. Oh well, I guess we got a trumpet horn here when we need one. And that little mistake means we haven't got any more resin. Well, we have got soil, so let's just spin up some resin and grab some more empty canisters. They do, at least with the white mod, fill very, very quickly. Let's take that hydrazine, not sure why that's down there, and pop it back on our rocket. Check on progress over here. It's blocked it with methane again. I think I'm going to have to remove this little stack because there's methane. Oh, yep, there's methane that I created by accident. We can just leave this running. Another 2. Right, correct thing is small canisters. And I always like to have my oxygenator just there on the corner. That way I always know it's in the right place. Just looking on my backpack. Hello. I've turned it off. I didn't mean to turn that off. Maybe I did mean to turn that off. Maybe while I had steel gun on my back, that's what I was using. Okay, I won't go quite so far with the soil next time. That was just so I had the canisters that I needed to start filling Okay, where's my rocket? Where's my rover gone? I think it's... I'm gonna have to go... I could steal some of that soil back to... In fact, yeah, okay. I've got a plan. So it accepts a bit of speed there from me, it just won't do it with the rover. Let's see what a weird angle we're at. So that doesn't really help. I was trying to see if I could zoom out, but not really going to do anything much there. I'm going to see how much 5 canisters was. It's not going to be nearly enough, but that's more than I had before. Okay. So here's soil right here. Nice local. That's 5 more. The moment of truth on this episode is going to be when I get to the edge of the core again and see if I've actually reached the new gravity at the right angle. Got 10 canisters in out of the potential, and as we see, quite a bit more, but I don't think it's going to be enough. So, amazingly, there's stuff on the inside of some of these surfaces, which I guess we could get at from the other side. It'd be very difficult to get at it from this side. No, it's because if I release that stalactite, it would just drop, vanish anyway, so it doesn't really matter what happens to it. It says it's not full. I thought it was full. Okay, never mind. So that's nearly 15. that's full. Right. $20 out of, I think, 24 that we can put in. Let's see where this takes us. So, the theory was, don't try and climb vertically out. And that ran out of something. That didn't work quite as well as I had hoped. I guess I am trying to climb too vertically. And used a chunk of soil at the same time. Okay. So, rethink this one. We'll go at a low angle. If it wouldn't even react to our attempt to drive it. So kind of it went wrong from here really, didn't it? And I've already used... Okay, so what I'm going to do is try and... I'm hitting... Whoops. What's causing me to cut out there? I hit... So I'm trying to drive at a downwards angle. Having some of my soil back. Whoops, let some of my soil go away. So my attempts at making it go down just keep getting cut off. When I get about there, it won't let me go down any further, and then it just goes all over the place. Okay, so it looks like driving out intact is not an option. At least I can't figure out how to do it. So the next best option is driving out in pieces. So, if we take these, so my concern here is once I hit a certain point, gravity kicks in again and I'm just going to fall. So I have to get to nearly that point, which is about here. Maybe hike along one of the lines. So from there, there's a floor. So we are past a floor, it's just got to be, what we have to do is get to the floor. So here's my thinking: if I bring the entire rover this far, but not off the end of that, see how far we can get. These things that fit for us. Okay, we just hit the gravity issue. Now, here we are on the floor. Put that on there for safety. And the one thing I have to worry about, whoa, apart from killing plants, of course. Whoops! Ah, killer plants! I was trying to dodge. I was doing it very badly. So right, we have a quick way in. Where did I put the steel car? Over here. Hello, my friend. Going to help me. Right. I need some soil, and I don't have anything to print it with. Actually, I don't need soil. I need soil. Yes, I do need soil, and then I need to turn some of that soil into graphite. So, down our soil hole. Oh, hang on, I didn't print those out yet. Canisters. Okay. This is taking its time because I'm quite away from the wall, so it's not sucking a full load. I just wanted a spare canister of soil in case of emergencies. Okay, we have soil. So I made the foolish mistake of going too near to that plant. I wanted to be trying to, well, I needed to do this anyway, I think, because I wasn't going to be able to move the rover as it stood. So what we needed was some graphite to make a packager, because you know what's going to happen now. I'm going to look around and find a packager just sitting on the surface up here somewhere, and then I won't need to have made one. We will turn this off so that there's going to be some power for the soil centrifuge. There it goes. A little bit of wind. Where did my graphite go? Did it not finish running? It's on there. It's not quite finished running yet. I can't quite have it. Well, Atrox did turn out to be a little bit more deadly dangerous than it has been for me of late. I normally don't get myself stuck in the core. Okay, come on. A little bit of power. A little bit of power. Of course, all my QTRGs are down in the core at the moment. Come on, here comes the sun. Just enough to get started on that. Okay. So this is going to become a packager. Wow. Now I could slide down, but I'm going to go for the teleporting method. Let's hope I pick the right stick to climb out on. I think it's this side. We'll soon know. Yes, it's this one. Well, still God's proving his worth, isn't he? Save me again. Somewhere down there. There we are. Now, is this going to work? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, got to be quick about this one. We're going to grab our packager. Oh, it's gone into a slot. You want it not in a slot. Get away from that nasty plant that just killed me. seat back on. Okay, let's make sure we're nowhere near that plant. Go back over here again now. I think this is almost all soil canisters that we could have. Oh, and of course our drill mods, definitely need those back. One that was too full. We're safe. Operation Rescue has been successful. We rescued our large rover from the grip of gravity. Now, we want to drill our way back to the surface. The easiest way to do that is to try and get through. I'm not worried about the direction, I'm just going to end up. Well, maybe I'll try and get near our original base. If I can drill through material, then that means my drill fills. This is the tricky. Some of these caverns are very deep, and that soil bridge can end up quite long. Whoops. Okay. Camera issues. It's tricky in this game. I believe they said they improved the camera. I know it's always an issue in third-person games when you're drilling around, moving around lots of other objects, trying to keep the camera where the player wants it. Trying to drill through stuff so that I've got more material in my pot. Let's head for that wall. Get ahead as soon as we can. Briefly make an adjustment to this so that this beast doesn't keep popping into our vision. That should make it a little bit easier to see where we're going. I can move the soil. Oh, that was nearly a disaster as well. And we're looking for the rocket, which is now directly behind us, of course, but many levels up. Maybe we'll just come out on the surface and wait for the base, and then we can explore a little bit on the way back. See some of those exocaches. I know this drill is very loud on the microphone. I realise, listening back, that talking while the drill's going, sometimes I talk too quietly and you can't very easily hear what I'm saying over the noise of the drill. Grab ourselves some flat drive on the way there. Right, well, it says we're in the dunes, which means we're getting almost to the surface. Let's start turning around. Still heading up. Here we are! We have reached the surface of Atrox. Having a quick look around, do I see anything of interest? There's a gateway right there, but we haven't got our power stuff with us. That gateway could be any one of a number of them. It could be the south gateway. Now number 3, so I suspect that is actually the south gateway. Number 3 was the one we opened, I believe, and that's way to the north of us. So I suspect that's the south pole gateway. Now the trick getting around the Atrox is, it's got a few extra capacity, and that's why it's not quite full, is to keep scooping, and follow the line at the top of the hills as close as you can, but still heading towards your target, if you have one. So keep that, and sometimes you get these little research pods. I think that one on our left, these research pods will mess up your drilling, because those don't vanish until you've taken the research off, so you can't drill through them. There we go. Another reason why Atrox is a bit of a nuisance. Some of the other places, if you drill through research pods, they just get destroyed, or research items, they just get destroyed. Not solved. There's always others. There's not going to be any particularly useful material on Atrox apart from the helium, which I think I may have forgotten to switch back on again, but we'll be there eventually. Now and then I keep forgetting, I jumped out. I didn't mean to jump out, I just meant to have a look around, because if I see any abandoned, I think I see some abandoned windmills. Part of the reason for coming up here was to do the detour, see if we can find more tech. Those two are completely busted up, and apart from being useless debris, there's not any value to those. There's another one up there, and there is a little bit more material at the base. So sometimes you get these giant windmills intact. Not on this occasion, but the medium battery, that's always useful. And we'll take this windmill. I just call them windmills, I should call them wind turbines. So we'll have that, might as well. And another thing those wind turbines do is they make good markers. There's the two we just left behind. Make it very easy to find. There's another two over there. Take those. And I could not bother paving here. This is certainly not too bad design. It just gets a bit bumpy. This plant here is going to take exception to our presence. I see another medium battery over there, so I can have that. And I see that we're not too far now from our home base because we can see it. So that's probably the only bit useful here. There's a power cell. That might have helped us, the power cell, when we were having emergencies, but we rescued ourselves. And that's also, by the way, if you play cooperative, this is a great game to play cooperatively, especially with kids, but obviously any friends. It's because you're all working towards a common cause. If you get stuck or lost or something, it's a great time for someone to come and help you and rescue you and work as a team. There won't be anything on there, it would show up. There are some tall plants that look a bit like windmills but aren't windmills, and that one we already went past. So we've got one wind turbine, medium wind turbine I should say, and two medium batteries. I think the big problem on Astroneer is the wind and the sun don't go long enough to actually charge up the batteries. There's a research pod down there, but we don't need to worry about research anymore. The other unpleasant I wait till the door's going, that makes sense. The other unpleasantness on Atrox is this night-day cycle. It's very, very quick, and I think these ones we already saw because these are the ones right near our home base. Well, yes, so if there had been a battery in there, and there would have been, there usually is. I've already had that one. And that is still got our food down there. And of course I've put these canisters in a slightly awkward location. But, there we go folks, we've opened the core. And we've managed to rescue our lost piece of tech at the same time. So I'm feeling pretty pleased about that. Now I didn't turn this back on, I suspect. We've got 40 units of helium, and to be honest, that's probably enough. But plastic. Yeah, that's probably more than enough because it's only used in that final stage to make nanocarbon alloy, and even then 40 units is 40 goings through, as it were. We will pop these batteries down here because we're not taking those with us, and we can pop the windmill for a bit of extra wind power when that's blowing. That is open, which probably means it's going. I don't know if... There have been questions about the exact positioning of solar panels and wind turbines, and are they more or less effective in different places. We can leave those trumpets. We're going to come back here at some point to get our snail, and we may also investigate other things, but I'm not going to leave my QTRTGs here. I'm going to take those with me. Don't really need that. I'm going to take my canisters back with me because it's alright, Stilgar can teleport himself back to base, so I'm not worried about that. Oh, did I not turn that off? Okay. Is that one? Not seeing a value in leaving the aluminum in any of these canisters here. We might as well take them back to silver. It's not a huge deal these days taking the rocket back and forth if we decide we need it. Everything else I think I can leave here. Got a couple of steels. We've got methane, so actually this is a place where we could, let's quickly just produce another of these canisters and then we can leave one here. We'll take the curious gadget with us. So maybe that methane that we accidentally produced wasn't completely wasted. That's only got one pot on it. Oh, and I've got none on me. If we produce in the chemistry lab, we want to produce a silicon. For that we need methane, and we can get methane right here. Resin, quartz, methane. So, quartz we have, resin we have, suspect, or did we use it all up? Yeah, I don't see any on there. But quartz we definitely have, that's right here. Quartz. Have to move that temporarily. Move that. Spin up some resin. Where did my small printer go? It's over here. Let's just make a small medium storage. I'm going to be finishing in a second, guys. I'm just going to print up this. Right, that's off. I'm just going to make another canister that we can set up here. Put that methane on. The quartz I just put somewhere. There. Okay, I don't want to turn it on yet because it will fill up that space where I'm going to put a couple of resins. Well, I think what I managed to prove in this episode is that you can rescue yourself from falling into the core with a vehicle. It's just a bit fiddly. Less fiddly than I made it. Come on, power! That's my oxygen draining away. Okay. We did find other methane pods around, so this is actually a pretty good location if you want to. Oh, it's run out of power again. If you want to make yourself some silicon, you got all the materials you need. Since that battery's dead, I can take it off. Okay guys, I'm going to have to call it a day here. But next episode, we're going to be... Well, I'll finish this off camera, but I'm just going to create a couple more of these, pop them down here, so that we can keep collecting helium as we produce it, as the sun and the wind work. We'll take our curious item and we'll head back to Silver and set ourselves up for our next expedition, which is going to be perhaps going to DeSolo, so we can get the snail there, and we can also place a shelter, which we haven't done. And there's the scan, I think the scan, and there's the prototype. So yes, Solo is definitely a good place for us to go to next. There's 2 or 3 things we can do while we're there. So for now, in the dark and not particularly windy location of Atrox, we'll say goodbye and hope to see you guys again in the next episode.